I mentioned about matting agent. Matting agent is this stuff right here. It's basically ground seashells. And this is what they add to paints to make it matte. Most of the stuff is gloss to begin with. If you want something matte, they've added this stuff to it. Right? Now, you know, in the old days they would use wax or different things, but basically it kind of all does the same thing. This just stays the kind of whitest. So this, once again, is the polymer medium that I showed you right to begin with. And this is it matte. See how different it is? The reason I'm showing you this is a lead up to varnishing your paintings. And you should always varnish your paintings. Oil and acrylic should get varnished. The only time you're not going to varnish your painting is if your paintings are conceptually all about the play between the sheens. You know, like some colors will dry differently. Some people are really into that. So then you cannot varnish because whatever you varnish is going to have one sheen. Unless you're going to sit there and do a different sheen on each stroke of paint. It's interesting, to say the least. There's a whole section in your book on varnishing. There's also some really good on their website, which I'm not really crazy about, but there's some really good videos, YouTube videos on there. You should go through that and you can find some really good, helpful tips about how to do things. If you've never varnished a painting before, well, I strongly suggest that you do a test and don't do it on your favorite painting. Why do we varnish paintings? Well, we varnish paintings for two reasons. Well, a couple of reasons. The major two reasons is well, it protects the painting. This is their MSA varnish. It's probably the clearest varnish that you can get. Okay? And this is good for like contemporary paintings. If you have a Rembrandt at home, I suggest that you bring it somewhere and have it done. But this is like good for contemporary paintings because it's not going to change the color. It comes out, it's honey-like consistency, and the reason why is because when picture painting varnish has two very important factors. One is it has UV protection in it, like sunblock for your paintings. And two, it's reversible, meaning it's designed to come off. When they clean a painting, that's what they're doing. They're removing the varnish. Right? So it's a very important thing. And you should varnish your paintings, unless I said you're into having the different sheens. Do a test. Don't just hop on your favorite painting. With acrylic paintings, it's really and it's like I said in the book, I'm going to try to make it real simple. You need to do what's known as an isolation coat, which they recommend you use soft gel mixed with water, and then you paint over your whole painting, and then you have a heart attack because your painting is now white. But then you remember, oh yes, it's going to dry clear and glossy. And the important part about this is, let's say you want a matte finish on your painting. All the coats up to the final finish has got to be gloss. And the reason why is if you say you want a matte finish and you put 4 coats of varnish on and you're using matte all the way, you're going to lose a lot of the intensity of your color. So the isolation coat should be gloss, and then you're probably going to wind up doing at least 2, if not 3 coats of varnish. And the more you put on, the better protected it is, and you're never going to have to worry about it again. So you put down the first 2 coats as gloss of the varnish, and the final as a satin or matte or whatever you want to do. And you can mix them. There are different ones. You can mix it to get the sheen that you really want. All right? And that's going to protect your painting. Finally, and those are for kind of paintings. Finally, for works on paper, and if you're doing something like a transfer, like the bugs I showed you, right? These are inks, so you want to protect them. You don't really want to go down with this because it's better for canvas. This is good because you can varnish. It's archival spray varnish. It is aerosol. You need to have a good respirator, or do it outside. Or I would still, even if you do it outside, I would definitely, try not to breathe it in. You do first couple of coats gloss, and the final with the sheen that you want. In most works on paper, I was telling Lou earlier, this is actually really great fixative for pastels. So anything like that, you're going to want like a matte finish, or at least a satin. Any of these things, if you do something like this, or anything with collage, you want to think about, using. This is what I use on my watercolors, so I don't have to put it under glass. Just spray the heck out of it. So I think that I've talked enough, but I will open it up to questions and answers.